Okay, guys, MrPopZit here. This is, let's see, um, going live. The funny thing is, sure, let's see where we are. All right, let's see who pops up here. We are live somewhere. I'm not sure which channel. If you pop on, is this on MrPopZit or MrPopZit Live? I can't remember what was saved last. It may be MrPopZit Live. Let me know. Hello, Laura Barczyk. First one to say hi. I love it. Melissa. Is this on MrPopZit or MrPopZit Live? I'm not even sure. It didn't even give me an option. It just jumped on board. I'm thinking it's MrPopZit Live, I think. It is today, Amy Jo. I just popped on out of nowhere. It's been a while. I have a couple things. This is the live, right? Yes. Okay. Thank you. I was gonna pop on to MrPopZit to let people know I was gonna be over here as well, but I can just put a link there. So it's been a long time. Just wanted to say hi to everybody. And I'm glad you're here to show you some previews of some things to come. First of all, I wanted to thank everybody who's tried skin medicinals. I've got a couple hundred emails of people that were they're loving it. They're sending me thanks and asking me questions. So just wanted to thank them for trying it, and I'm glad that they like it. I haven't had a negative one yet. I'm sure there will be now, but I'm glad everybody's enjoying it. They're trying all kinds of different things, the sunblock, all of that. So glad you like it. Thanks again for trying. Also, I've been so busy, busy. So it is. That's why it's been a long time since I've gone on here. I thought it would take a year to get as busy as I am at my new office, but it is picking up. It's been phenomenal. Everybody's just been so nice. The insurances are on board, all the credentialing, and the primary cares are sending us people in quite a bit. So that is a good thing. Also, for those of you who are familiar with dermatology, I am working on, and it takes a while to make this happen, but bringing Mohs surgery. Mohs surgery is a specialized surgery for skin cancer removal, and it's done, usually from the neck up, ears, scalp, and it's to save as much skin as you can with basal cells and squamous cells. And I have been talking with the Mohs surgeon I've known for quite some time, and he wants to come on board. There's all kinds of certifications we have to do, but that's a big thing. It's not easy to do, and it's really needed in the area I am. There's a lot of skin cancers, and it's backed up in the area. So that's going to be a thing that we're going to be bringing in the next 6 months to a year. It depends how long the certification takes, but we are on it, and that's going to be fun too. So I wanted to show you guys. So you guys are the small group that gets to see it here first. I am going to show you a 5-year follow-up on the one chest, one cup, huge abscess, hydradenitis abscess. She came back in, and she had a pretty big blackhead actually on her chest that the video's coming. It should be tomorrow morning. I'm editing it today. So you'll see it right now. But I wanted to show you that and then show you, well, oh man, I almost just made this smaller. I always mess this up. Let me see. Let me see. There we go. Okay, here we go. I was able to do it. I almost closed it out. It's just, jeez, man. Get it together. Okay, here we go. I'm going to be off to the side. So here she is. Check out that blackhead. Pretty good sized blackhead. Okay, guys, MrPopZit here. This is a special surprise, a follow-up after a couple years of our one chest, one cup, the big giant hydradenitis abscess she had on the chest. Little scar tissue here, but it has not filled up. It was all the way up to here, and she healed great. And it's been controlled for the most part for her. So I just wanted to show her follow-up and kind of show where she's at. She's been stable for the most part. She does have a little follicular cyst there, a pretty good sized blackhead. We'll get that today for her and get it out, and so she'll be nice and smooth and clear here. But thanks to her for sharing, and thanks for popping by. So it was great to see her. She's come to me for hydradenitis and multiple abscesses that we've done. She's actually had a couple of videos. But just so great to see that area not inflamed at all after 5 years ago when we drained it. It hasn't filled back up. She's been doing great. It's totally flat. She does have the blackhead there, which is actually an amazing blackhead. It's a cyst. It's a small cyst, but I get a lot out and then pull the sac out all through the teeny tiniest cut of like 1.5 millimeters. So that was just good to see her. It was very cool. I can't believe it's been 5 years. Also, it's just goes so fast. But let me bring up something else here. Okay, guys. All right. So you all watch way more videos than I do. I'm always editing, but I'm going to put it to you guys and you can tell me, is this possibly the biggest cyst on YouTube? This is just the intro. I know this is a preview. It's coming. It's a long video. I'm almost done with the edit, so it's going to be here soon. But you guys are going to see it first, just his initial presentation. And I was, I don't watch a ton of his videos online, but I've seen some people say that they had the biggest cyst video, and it was quite a bit smaller than this one. So you all would know way more than me because you spend more time watching the videos than I do. I'm just editing and putting mine up. But I'm going to play this now, and then I want to get what you guys think. This is a pretty extraordinary surgery that's coming soon, and this is the intro right here. So here we go. The whole back of his neck. Okay, guys, MrPopZit here. We have a patient that found us online, which is great. This is very similar to the avocado cyst that we did a couple years ago, just in a different area. It's on the neck, very superficial. He's used to drain it and get stuff out of it. He's got a little scar there. When we have this extra skin like this, we will take a little swath of skin out of the middle so he doesn't have it all bunched up. And we'll do a drainage out of this, which there's going to be a lot. We're at the catch in a cup. But you can see from the side, this is quite a growth. It is mobile. We don't think it's a lipoma, most likely an epidermal inclusion cyst because he used to squeeze stuff out of it. And then he got some scar tissue there and it stopped being able to be squeezed. And that's when they fill like a little water balloon. So you can see from the side, this just keeps getting bigger. It's just going to be something that really kind of annoys them over time. Once I cut this little swath, once we drain it, that sac will kind of shrink down. Then we'll just walk the sac back inside there and do a little bit more numbing deeper. These usually come out fairly simply. If we hit a little bleeder, we'll stop it, but we'll get them all prepped and ready and be right back. Thanks to him for sharing. Gee, that is an extravagant cyst. So that is coming. It's a couple videos away. I have a couple great videos coming before that. I just had that huge video with the tattoo, but this is a couple centimeters even bigger than that. So once it's posted, I'll get everybody's opinion on if they think it's the biggest cyst they've ever seen, because I think it's the second or third biggest I've done, but it may be the biggest that I've recorded. The avocado cyst I took out in one piece, was pretty big. Yeah, I'll link the one chest, one cup video, Aaron. Yeah, Amy Jo, I think it's possibly the biggest. It's like the whole back of his neck. And what brought him in, he like turned his head. He couldn't turn his head to the side anymore. The skin was so tight, and his uniform was rubbing on it. And it was just, it's unbelievable. Yeah, probably, Heather, not behind a paywall. I know a lot of people are going to a paywall. Even people that haven't had a paywall for a long time, I've been seeing that they're doing a Patreon or a paywall. It's YouTube. It's what they're doing to everybody. I mean, they're just chipping away at the creators, and some of the people that depend on it for a living. I get it. Luckily, I have a job, but it is time consuming. And I have 2 puppies that are so taking up so much of our time, and 3 young kids that play sports. So it's man, I'm getting pulled 8,600 different directions, but it's fun. It keeps you moving. But yeah, so that video is coming. I just wanted to show the people that are on live. This is you get sometimes these previews before they happen, so you know what's coming. It's a pretty extravagant pop. Like, I have a cup, it goes over the cup, almost hits the camera, drops and hits the back of the chair. It is amazing, to say the least. And he'd had it for so long, and he was kind of scared to get it done. And he found my channel and saw a couple other big ones that I did, and thought, well, that doesn't look that bad. And that's what brought him in. And he drove quite a long ways to have me do it. I was glad that we were able to do it, because he drove so far, and he thought it was just going to happen that day. And I had a cancellation, so I did have some extra time. So that, yeah, I'm glad I could get him in and do it that day, because he drove so far, he'd have to drive back and come back again. But normally we do need to evaluate if we can do it. And so I have a lot of people coming in from out of state, and a lot of people emailing. So if you're interested in coming, call the office. We have an email set up where you can take a picture, so I can at least evaluate the size and the location, and just make sure that we can do it before you get a plane flight, or you drive or take a train a very long ways to come out, so we can do it. So that's important to note, or you'll show up and we might not be able to do it, and then you'll be unhappy. So communication is key. I don't think I've seen the cyst dome. The puppies, oh my gosh. I did a video a while back. I was holding both of them. They're now like 60 pounds a piece, maybe 55. They're so big, so quick. They are our friend's Labradors got pregnant, and they had a yellow lab, and they also had a charcoal lab, and a bunch of different colors. But we got a charcoal and a yellow. Our kids were missing because our dog Dexter died 2 years ago. Kids were talking about it every day. And so we wanted the kids, while they were still kind of young, to have puppies, and probably never get puppies again. It is so much work. We forgot, because the first puppy we had was before kids. And now with kids and then 2 puppies, it's like having 5 kids. It's crazy. But yeah, so we'll see. That video will be coming soon. And it's I'm excited to share it with you. He was excited to share it with you. He had a uniform, and we had stitches, and it kind of rubbed on his stitches. So I have good follow-ups for him too, so you can see how well it healed. But when the sac comes out, I mean, it looks like a human heart. It's huge, and that's coming. So I just had a couple more minutes. I was going to answer if anybody had any questions. I'm actually going to link this. I'll share it on where we can do like a text on my main channel, so people can watch it. And then, oh, okay, a clear dome when cysts might expose. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, the labs, they're sweet dogs. They're a little nippy because they're teething, so they want to hold everything with their mouth, but they are fun. And when they're tired, it's all about getting them tired, and then training, and then eating. Yes. So let's, if anybody has questions, I'll do like 5 minutes of questions. I know a lot of you, I do see on the comment section. And then we have, I think we're taking the dogs for a walk here in a minute before dinner. So appreciate all of you. I know that you're on there. Several of you are on there answering a lot of questions that newcomers to the channel have. I know multiple of you on here do that, and I appreciate that. It's funny. I go to answer some questions, and it's funny because you guys will jump on there and already do it for me, and you actually most of the time are right. So it's pretty cool. If people are interested in coming out and being seen, it's admin@mpzderm.com. ADMIN @mpzderm.com. If you're interested in being seen, that's something you can do. Yeah, cardboard boxes, man, they're chewing through everything. Skin tags are, acrocordons, they call them. if you look them up, they say unknown etiology. They hypothesize moisture and friction because a lot of people get them on the neck, under the arms, and between the thighs. And people get them during pregnancy, or when people tend to gain weight, they tend to get more. But I've had also skinny people get tons of them. There's definitely a hereditary component, and they can come up relatively quick for some people. But yeah, it's I do a lot of skin tag removals, big ones, small ones. Some people have hundreds, but that's something that we do for sure. I'm a dermatology PA, so it's 6 years of school. Not a board certified dermatologist, but I was trained by board certified dermatologists. And I just like how visual dermatology was. I did a lot of my rotations, and everybody seemed to be a little bit more happy in dermatology, even though they're busy. They weren't busy like ERs and crazy hours and people dying, in front of you. So it was a good feel. And when I went in there was a lot of little procedures, and I love suturing and doing procedures, taking things out, helping people, doing biopsies. So that was one of the reasons, Maria, that I chose that. Medication. Please put the videos on YouTube. Yeah, I do put a lot of videos on. Let me just see. I got a text. Making sure everything's okay. Oh, yeah. So, ingrown chin hair in women. Well, I'll tell you, sometimes hormones will cause women in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and above to start getting thicker, dark hairs on their chin. Plucking them, sometimes taking it all the way out, can make you more prone to having an ingrown because now it's growing from way down deep inside as it starts to regrow instead of just kind of getting trimmed. The other thing is like waxing. That can really irritate the skin. It can also cause pigmentation in skin of color. So, electrolysis can be very helpful if you have like less than 40 or 50 small hairs. They can go in with a little electrode and they can get it. It can be very helpful. When are the bobbleheads going to be available to pick up? Well, it's a good question. And I've talked about water bottles. I've talked about a lot of things. I've gotten so busy that once MPZ dermatology gets kind of more established and gets going, I'm going to be able to hire somebody just to do those things. And up until now, it just hasn't been there. I haven't had the time to do it, and the channel really doesn't make a whole lot, so I haven't been able to hire somebody from that either. But once MPZ dermatology is established and doing well, then I can bring somebody on, which will be good. And things like bobbleheads and some t-shirts and some cooler things that we've been talking about for a long time. But these things, take extra time, and I am putting so much into every day with MPZ dermatology. I'm just struggling to keep up with the videos even. But yeah, I do plan on having that little bobblehead thing coming, so that should be cool. Let's see. Oh, that's great. Thank you, Pamela Jones. Perioral dermatitis. Ooh, such a good question. Thank you, Lisa King. Also, Stephanie, perioral dermatitis is kind of I'll make this the last question, but it is a vague description of what's going on. So it literally is just describing what's happening. Dermatitis is inflammation of the skin, and perioral is just around the mouth. So there'll be a lot of times, even some dermatologists, I think, crutch on this at dermatology offices. But usually you'll get that at an urgent care, ER, your primary care will say perioral dermatitis. Perioral dermatitis can be a lot of things. It can be seborrheic dermatitis, which is overgrowth of yeast. It can be like impetigo, like kind of crusting around the mouth. It can be hormonal female acne. It can be shaving rash, ingrown hairs that men get. There's so many things it can be, and I don't like that diagnosis when people say perioral dermatitis because it's very vague and not really to the point. Like give them a diagnosis. Like sometimes you got a culture, but looking at it close, usually you can see what's causing the perioral dermatitis. Sometimes it's lip lickers dermatitis, where they're licking their lips a lot and it's drying them out. Sometimes it's a contact dermatitis from using Burt's Bees and a lot of the different lip balms that actually induce your skin to be dry to make you use it more, which is a very common thing I see. And EOS is kind of guilty of that. Burt's Bees. There's a couple different ones that Carmex is the biggest cause of it. And you keep using it and you think you need it more and more, and then it gets worse and worse and worse until you break the cycle. And I like Aquaphor for the lips. But yeah, that's a good question. And it's a very intricate answer, but it's one that when I get people in my office, if I look close with my bright light, I can usually give them the right diagnosis, and then we give them something to treat it. But it's very frustrating, I know, as a patient to hear that, because sometimes you'll go and they tell you perioral dermatitis. They'll sometimes give you an antibiotic and a cream. They're trying to cover multiple bases, but they should know by looking at it exactly what it is and be able to give you exactly. It's a symptom, not a system. Perioral dermatitis. Very frustrating to hear it. I never give that diagnosis. It is exactly that. It's a description or a symptom. But I know a lot of people do, because I see it as they come in with perioral dermatitis. But pretty easy to fix. It's usually bacterial, yeast, or some type of contact dermatitis. If you look at it, you can tell. But yeah, some products, I thought the coffee mug, just one more, would be kind of cool too, because it's just one more. One more cup of coffee, one more of all the things. But very cool. I'm glad everybody showed up. It's crazy how quick 20 minutes goes. But I know some people are going to want to see that big cyst coming. I'll probably do a thumbnail with a picture of that saying biggest cyst on the internet. You tell me once I post it. So, but I'm glad. I know I didn't give any heads up on this. I just popped on. I didn't even have time to get heads up. I'm just like running like crazy. But I'm still here. I know a lot of people are like, where have you been? You haven't had a live in a while. I do have a lot of good follow-ups coming, just like on MrPopZit Live. Usually when I'm showing this video within a video, I do have some good follow-ups coming, in particular with the biggest cyst ever, but some other ones I've done too. So yeah, I'm trying to get back into the routine of getting these at least once a month on here, and then so you guys can come on, and it's a little bit smaller venue so we can talk a little more, which is always fun. And I'm sorry, Melissa, I know I get so many emails from people in their area saying they don't have good dermatology coverage. So crazy. I mean, literally, I get hundreds, and people have to drive 2 or 3 hours, and they do, and they're still not happy with it. It's sad. I know it's a small specialty. I think it's only like 3% or something like that. But you know, it's out there if you search. Sometimes you have to travel, unfortunately. But I hope you can find good care. I'm kind of in the works of being able to do online consults too in multiple states, but I have to be registered in every state, which takes forever. So, and every state's different. Some of them you need to fill out paperwork. Some of them you just pay something. I'm looking into that, but I just have to get MPZ Dermatology established and in its pocket, like, you know, building up with the right amount of employees and going. That's a full-time job just running it, and full-time job seeing patients as well. So, yeah, but that's all. It's all coming, all in the works. Once we get more established, I'll be able to hire somebody to do a lot of these things for me, so I don't have to do it myself. But, well, thanks so much. Thanks for popping by, and getting ready to go on a little family date, walking the dogs. And I hope everybody's having a great Sunday. I'll link this. I'll link her video to her original video in the description. And then I'm going to share this on regular MrPopZit if people want to see the live and see what's coming. I'm going to tell them there's a preview of the biggest cyst ever. See if they like it. So thanks again. Have a great end of your night, and we'll talk again soon.